foremost, it makes everything so beautiful. The browning, and it's all done so much faster through this technology. Now what you're gonna see, in fact, every single piece that you see being pulled out of any of these foodies, it is included. You're getting the baskets, you're getting the crumb tray, you're getting the roasting rack, you're getting all the extras, you're even getting the probe. So you can always know something is done to perfection. Now this is a 10-in-1. Oh, the beautiful browned exterior. My mouth is watering, the inside, the juiciness. We're gonna reveal everything because when we talk about 10 features in one, it's pretty amazing. I know our ovens don't do what this does. This is air fry, air roast, bake, broil, toast. You can do a bagel feature, dehydrating, it can reheat. And again, that temperature probe takes it to a different level. And then there's 1800 watts of power and there's a smart cooking mode. So we'll talk about that because you can really fine tune your meals. My favorite part of all, and I think you will agree, is that not only, even though it's 10% bigger than the one Alice has and loves. This woman is obsessed with her Foodi that we were talking about today, but this one's better. It's 10% bigger, but it doesn't take up more counter space because this all flips up. It frees up 45% of the counter space that other appliances are taking in your kitchen right now. Let's show you what that looks like. It's so awesome. When you're not using it, you literally just push it up in a vertical position, and it is like a tiny little footprint on your countertop versus the big appliances that oftentimes just take up all the space. Oh, by the way, you're getting amazing recipes as well. I think there's 25 delicious recipes included. And down below on this table, you'll see all those racks and trays. They're all included. And by the way, this bad boy is gonna, it will cook a 13-inch pizza. So just kind of giving you a visual of what the interior surface is, but follow me over here because the food that has been coming out of this today, Rochelle, Luke, it's unbelievable. So good.
Right before the show, Callie was like, this is so delicious. We were eating one of the pastries. They were so good. But I love my flip oven just like Alice does. And it's because, do you hear that crispiness? Do you hear how crusty that crust is? Do you see how even this is baked? I'm just gonna flip this over real quick so you can see. Look at that even baking.
Yeah.
This is fresh out of the oven. It is super hot, super delicious, wonderful crispy crust. And that is because you're getting that hot air that surrounds your food. So it's like having a miniature convection oven on your countertop that is cooking it evenly. It's got that hot air going around your food. Plus it roasts, it air fries, it bakes. It has a 60-second preheat. So it gets things done while my big oven is still preheating because my big oven takes 15 minutes to preheat. Plus it flips up and gives you 45% of your counter space back. So let's show you that. So
this is still a hot oven, but we're gonna show you because you can do it.
It's so easy to use. And so this is how easy it is to flip up and put away. That's how easy it is.
Brilliant.
And so you get 45% of your counter space back, so you can, put your coffee here, you can do your food prep here, you can do all the things that you want to do, have your counter space, but then when you're ready to cook, all you do is flip it down, and that's how easy it is to use.
Which is why, and I hope my son's not watching today because he just moved into a small little apartment with his girlfriend Hadley, why I got him this today. Because they don't have a toaster, they don't have the appliances, they've got one big old-fashioned oven. Well, you know what? This does it all and then some, but the space saving is the key to life with this piece. Yes,
and some people earlier were asking, is this a cell phone on top? This is your smart probe, and so it's magnetic. You could stick this on your refrigerator. It also connects right on top, anywhere on the top of the Foodi. But this is your smart probe, which is really gonna be a game changer for you. So when you do your roasts, your meats, your chickens, it's going to make sure that it's done at the correct temperature. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. We've got a beautiful pork roast. We've got some beautiful chicken back there. So I just wanted to show you, this isn't a cell phone on top. This is an additional accessory that you don't normally get because it's the smart probe technology that's gonna make sure your meats are done to perfection because it's pre-programmed already with the perfect temperature for all your pork, your chicken, your steak, all of those things.
And I love that you can eat so much healthier here too.
Yes.
I mean, you can save so many calories by not like pulling a skillet out and filling up with some olive oil just to sear a steak, right? You can get those beautiful browned bits from this for even such things as a steak. Look at all this incredible food.
So we just did a shrimp boil back here, so I'm gonna pull this out and show you as well. This is a wonderful sheet pan meal that I love to do on a weekday because it really takes only just about 15 minutes to do. All we did was some baby potatoes, some shrimp, and some corn. Look at that. So that could easily
a lot of food.
Feed, 4 to 6 people, at least 6 people, because I wish you could feel the weight of this too. So I love my sheet pan meals. It's 13 by 13, so that's the size of the pan. So you can do all of your weeknight dinners are really easy. So from breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're gonna love having this on your countertop all day long to use.
Oh my gosh, just the air frying mode. I mean, in fact, as we're going through all of these demos, and if you're just tuning tuning in, maybe seeing this for the first time this Saturday morning, jump in while you can. This thing is picking up steam. Oh my gosh, everyone's like, wait, that's the one. I mean, the Ninja brand, it's the #1 brand when it comes to a lot of our kitchen needs, and it really quickly became that #1 spot. So we're really impressed with that. This price though, if you price this, even if you go straight to the Ninja website, it's, I wanna say $2.99. So, I mean, this is an amazing price today. It's 42% off of what you would spend in retail. Can you get it? Sure, you can find it in retail, but only in this stainless steel color, which is the color I ordered today for Tristan. But it's so much more affordable here today, and you're getting all of those incredible features. We're gonna talk about the smart features as well.
Exactly, and anything you can do in your oven, you can do in your Flip Foodi or your Ninja Flip oven as well. So if you've got some glass bakeware or ceramic bakeware, we did a beautiful baked ziti here. So if you can bake it, you can do it in this Flip oven, but you're gonna do it faster because it's 60% faster than a traditional oven. And look at this cheese in here. I mean, it's just done to perfection.
Yeah.
You hear that crunch at the bottom. Look at how wonderful that is. And so I love personally being able to save time. You know, my big oven takes 15 minutes to preheat, and you know, summer's around the corner. It's gonna be 90 in Florida this week. You know, I don't wanna heat up my whole house.
Isn't it the truth? It's crazy how much money we spend unnecessarily on just energy from having to just,
on just heating
I mean,
things.
The oven has its time and a place. Maybe it's for the big events and you've got your sides here and you've got your baked goods in the oven, whatever the case may be. But this is more of your day-to-day thing that you're gonna use so often, not just for the main meal. I mean, for snacks and cookies after school and so many things in between. Let's talk about all these functions because it's just, it is as multifunctional as an appliance could be.
I can walk around too and show you, and we'll bake this pizza as well. So it is a 10-in-1, so you have 8 different cooking functions, plus you have your smart probe technology, which is that probe that I was showing you that's perfect for your meats. And so I'm just gonna turn this on so you can see. You can kind of scroll through, and then you've got air fry, bake, roast, broil, toast and bagels even. So this is gonna be on your countertop. You're gonna use it for your toast and bagels too. Reheat and dehydrate. And then this is that smart cook system. So you have your presets and your doneness and your manual. So let me plug that in, Kelly, and I'll show them really quick how this works. So this is that smart probe technology. And then you're gonna get the probe. This is gonna plug into the side here. And then all of those presets will be available to you. So see how it says beef, it says chicken, it says pork, fish. It's got the pre-programmed doneness levels here. So you don't even have to think about it. That smart probe is going to do all that thinking for you, especially for things like chicken and pork. Those are things you don't want to mess up, right? You know, you always, for personally, I used to like overcook it and then it's dry. And you don't want to mess up your meats because they're really expensive.
Yeah, they are. It's true.
So here's those 8 different functions, from air frying, air roast, bagels, baking, toast, and broil. Even for your bagels and your toast, you can select the doneness levels for those as well, for how brown you want it, you know, how light you want it. Keep warm even. So, you know, you're gonna use this all summer long. It's got a really quick, you know, preheat, a 60-second preheat, you know, but come the holidays, even for Easter and Mother's Day, when you want that extra oven, you're gonna have it.
Absolutely, and check this out. I mean, none of us have enough countertop space. None of us, no matter how big or how new your kitchen might be. This is the Foodi that is in the upright position. So I'm not using it. Instead of it taking up all this counter space, you flip it up when it's not in use. When you need it, you just simply flip it down and away you go. Look at all of this too, by the way. I don't know if you heard, but a 13-inch pizza can fit inside of here. This is a 13 by 13-inch roasting rack or an air frying rack. You're getting all these extras, even the little crumb tray that comes down below. So the probe being included, by what I'm just gonna show you one more time. You flip it up when you're not using it. And now you've got all that countertop space again. Oh, it's just like such a brilliant idea, and I'm so excited. This is our featured item of today. Incidentally, we have blue, really pretty. We've got red, we have black. Those are all exclusive to us here at HSN. Only here can you find these colors. You can find the stainless in retail, but you're gonna spend over 40% more there. This is a really great price. Incidentally, free shipping, because it's over $75, and that means you're qualified for the rest of the day to get free shipping. So think about that. If you want to do this on 5 Flex, feel free. That's available. You can do 6 with that HSN card. If you want to apply for that HSN card, you can even take that $40 gift that we're saying as a thank you to you for having the card, apply it towards this. That would make your price like, wow, way more than half off of what you're gonna spend in the retail market for this. It's a very sought after appliance.
It is, and I really love that smart probe. You know, I think it really takes the guesswork out of doing some of your meats. And so I've got a pork roast back here. I wanna show you, we use the smart probe technology. I'm just gonna pull the probe out, but this probe lets me know that this pork roast is done to perfection. We also did it on the roasting rack, so it elevated it a little bit off the top.
I think I took your platter.
Yeah, go for it. No, you can take whatever place of platter you want. Dig into that calzone. It looks delicious.
It looks so good.
So I want you to see how this pork is done to perfection as well. So Callie is cutting into the calzone there, but look at the skin. It's nice and golden brown, crispy and delicious on this pork roast. How is that calzone? So whether you're doing baked goods or whether you're doing your proteins or your bigger meats, that smart probe is going to make sure that your pork roast is done to perfection and that it's not going to be overcooked. It's going to be wonderful, tender, delicious, and juicy and done just right. And so I personally love it for doing like the chicken and the pork to make sure that those are done. But as Callie is showing you, it does amazing for baked goods. You're going to get that nice crispy crust. You're going to get that wonderful gooey middle with the cheese. And it's just like, you know, restaurant quality style, except you're able to do it at home in less time because it does have that 60-second preheat. It does cook 60% faster as well than your traditional oven. So I did a test at home where I had my Ninja Foodi do the pizza and I had my big oven do the pizza. And we were eating the pizza out of the Ninja Foodi flip oven while the oven was still preheating. So it's really going to save you time on those weeknights.
You know, it's crazy that it takes so long for our traditional ovens to heat up, but it does. It just does. And that requires a lot more energy and it does heat up the kitchen. I'm just all about savings on every level, savings of the space and of course the price and of course the multitude of things you can do here.
Absolutely.
Most of our ovens do one thing. Maybe they broil and bake, I don't know, but that's pretty much it.
So you can see I've used the probe here again for the chicken, so I wanted to make sure these chicken thighs were done to perfection, that they weren't undercooked because nobody wants raw chicken, but they also aren't overcooked. So they're gonna be perfect, tender, and delicious and juicy. We've been cooking so many things here. I'm just gonna rest this on top. We've got our pizza baking here in the oven, but this is a wonderful, quick and easy weeknight dinner. You are getting a wonderful cookbook that comes with it as well, and there's actually a meal builder in here that helps you build your sheet pan meals. So all you do is you pick your protein, you pick your vegetable, and it tells you the time and the setting for it. So it's really wonderful for those quick and easy weeknight meals when you're looking for something quick to get on the table, but you still kind of want to be healthy too, so you're not always, you know, reaching for those unhealthy choices out of the freezer. Although if you do want to air fry something out of the freezer, you can do that too.
So we've got more to share with you. If you're just tuning in, this is such an exciting Today special. It really is. Perfectly timed. Spring is in the air. We're celebrating spring fashions all week, well, for a couple of weeks, because you know what? It's time. It's time to start thinking about, you know, getting outdoors again and enjoying some, you know, fun activities. But boy, healthy eating is certainly something that I know is on our list. It always is. Something like this supports that goal and that, you know, that plan that you have for you and your family. And what on earth is that? It looks amazing.
This is a taco roll, and I really need my spatula for it, so I'm gonna actually just decorate it here on the pan. Do we have a spatula here?
Here you go.
Perfect, thank you. So we're cooking so many different things today. I just wanna show you, so we took some taco meat and wrapped it up in croissant rolls. And so you could do this with breakfast too, like if you wanted to do like a sausage roll or something like that. But I thought this was really quick and easy and fun for something like Cinco de Mayo or just having your friends over. Then you just put all your fixins in the middle there with your taco seasonings. But I want to show you how this baked underneath. I'm gonna cut a little piece here to show you the bottom, because you're gonna get that even cooking. Again, you've got that hot air that's surrounding your food, so it's like having a miniature convection oven, you know, on your countertop, but it's gonna save you space, it's gonna save you time. It is, you know, you're gonna get to flip it up, so that way, I'm just gonna flip this over so you can see, look at the bottom there, look at how wonderful, golden brown, crispy, and delicious that is. And so, really, you're gonna be able to bake and cook and roast and do all of your favorite things, but in less time and less dishes, which I think is really amazing. Like, that's my favorite part.
And it's a one-pot wonder when you think about it.
It is, one-pan wonder, a one-pan wonder.
How many chicken wings would you say
this is probably about, you can do about 4 pounds of fries. I think this is probably about 4 pounds of wings as well. So, you know, whether you want to air fry, roast, bake, do those sheet pan meals that I showed you. I think I've even got another sheet pan meal back here with the pork roast as well. So it can do so much more than your bigger oven. And it can also do it faster than your bigger oven too. And
chicken stir fry, air fried French toast, cheesy chicken nachos. You're getting some awesome ideas here. I think about that too. If you're just trying to get started in life, I mean, I think about the youngsters, my son in his 20s and starting out in our apartment. You're like, I don't know what to make. I'm used to somebody else cooking for me all the time. This makes it fun and easy. And one appliance, if you've got a small space, I know the challenge and frustration that you feel. And even if you don't have a small space, who wants one appliance to take up all the countertop space when you use it maybe once a week or so? first of all, you're gonna use this probably at least once a day. Don't you think?
Yeah, I definitely think so too. So I just love how many different things I can do. Let's see what else we've got here. So I've actually got some pork chops here that we did with the Smart Probe. And I'd love to show you that again. This is already cooked, but I wanna show you how that Smart Probe works because this is really a game changer. You can see how you can select between your beef and your chicken here. It's really going to make sure that your proteins are done to perfection each time. See how you see the chicken, the fish, the pork. So that Smart Probe already has the temperature preset in here. So you can set it and forget it. It's gonna make sure that it's done at the right temperature. So you don't have to worry about overcooking it. You don't have to worry about undercooking it. All of your meats are gonna be done perfectly. And I think that's really important these days because it's so expensive to buy meats. You know, when you go to the grocery store and you're buying a nice cut of meat, you're spending a lot of money on it. And so you wanna make sure that it's done to perfection every single time. And so look at how wonderful these pork chops turned out to be. We did our vegetables on the side. Again, this is that roasting rack that you're getting with it, so it kind of elevates it above the top a little bit, so all the juices kind of go to the bottom.
That looks so good. And I love that the roasting rack keeps the meat up off the bottom, so you've got the drippings down below to add flavor, but it's not making your meat soggy and mushy.
Exactly. You're getting perfectly brown, golden brown and delicious meat all the way around. And I'll even flip that over here and show you. Like you said, you're not getting mushy meat on the bottom. It's all cooked to perfection.
It really
but
is
look
great.
At that. Look at how perfect it's done.
Okay, here's an update. I know we've got a clock that we're gonna be putting in. I mean, obviously this is really early on a Saturday morning, even if you're on the East Coast with us. This is, 10-ish a.m. So a lot of this country hasn't even seen this yet. When the world wakes up this morning and says, whoa, 42% off of that incredibly famous brand on something that saves all the space that I need back in my kitchen. I'm gonna show you one more time. This is that space saving feature. So you flip it up and out of the way when it's not being used. I remember when Alice first got hers, she was like, you've gotta come over here. You've gotta come over, I have to show you something. And I was like, wow, I thought she got a new piece of furniture. But look, she's like, watch this. It takes up a fraction of the space of any other, even if it's just a toaster oven. Think about all the things that maybe you can either get rid of or replace or not have to buy at all, because this has 10 features. It just happens to be a brilliant design, and it happens to be an amazing price. These are the colors, by the way. We've got 3 exclusives, blue, red, and black. Stainless is available in the marketplace, but you are not going to get this price. You won't even get the temperature probe in the retail stores. You're gonna spend a lot more, get less, but you know what? You're gonna get the same functionality out of this here today at this amazing price. All right, Navy is already all of a sudden picking up some steam. There's 300 left in the Navy? There's 300 left in the Navy. I cannot believe that. I had no idea. So if you want it, please don't wait. That's so few. The red is fantastic. I do love the black. I went between the black and the silver for my son, but I went with stainless steel. In either case, we've got more to show you because the food just keeps flying out of these incredible pieces. Look at this. What's next?
So we've done some baked goods here. So we've done a wonderful strawberry pie. I'm gonna bring this to the front so you can see it. And then we're gonna pull out some churros that we did with the air fry function. So this is more than just an oven. It will also air fry. It will also roast in addition to baking. But imagine having an extra oven to be able to cook a pie like this. And especially over the summer, if you don't want to heat up your whole house, you can just have your flip oven do the baking for you. It has a 60-second preheat, so it takes less time. It's, going to save you time on those weeknights, busy weeknights too, when you want to, get something on the table quickly. But this is that air fry basket. So we air fried some churros. So even when you want to have those delicious treats, but you want a little less fat, air frying is so popular because it is 75% less fat than traditional deep frying. So you can have these wonderful, crispy, delicious sweets and feel, I'd like to say 75% less guilt. But these smell so good. They've got that wonderful cinnamon sugar, churro scent, and it is just so fun to work with at home. You're going to absolutely love it. And I actually have some friends of mine who are former pastry chefs. They love theirs. They use it all the time. So for a pastry chef to love it, it's good. You're gonna love
that turnover that you made me earlier, oh my gosh, that was one of the best things. I haven't had that in years.
I loved it. That's what I had for breakfast this morning too. They're really delicious, aren't they? Yeah.
Seriously. I have to show you one more thing as you drizzle that chocolate. Oh my gosh. I want to show you the size because, size-wise, this particular model is 10% bigger than the one Alice has, and she's had hers for a couple of years now, but 10% bigger, but it doesn't take up much more space on the counter at all. It's more of the interior space. So I'm gonna show you from side to side. This is 19 inches, and then from top to bottom, it's about 7.5 inches. This way, off the counter, is 13 inches, but this is what you get to do when it's not being used. Hello! It takes up 7 inches now. 7 inches from front to back. So you've got all this counter space waiting for you to do whatever you want to do with it. Using it as a prep station, cutting and slicing and dicing all the things you're going to put into your meal.
And I think getting that counter space back is so important, right? Because that's the one thing we never have enough of. Closet space and countertop space, right? So getting that counter space back, I think, is so important. You get 45% of your counter space back. But let's look at all the things that we just did this morning. So we did some air fried churros. We have a baked strawberry pie here. We have a wonderful springtime focaccia. So we did that in the whole 13 by 13 inch pan. We've got some wings that we air fried. We baked a little taco roll here. So this is croissants wrapped around taco meat to do a nice little fun appetizer. It also dehydrates. We haven't even talked about the dehydrated foods there.
I love that it does that.
It will also dehydrate. We did a couple different sheet pan meals. So this is the chicken sheet pan meal that we did. We've got the pizza cooking in here. I'll turn on the light so you can see it's got a little bit more time that you can see it cooking. So yeah, you can turn on that light anytime to kind of take a peek at what things are doing in there. But we've got the pizza cooking. We did a whole 5-pound pork roast with vegetables, a beautiful calzone, which I just love the crust on, baked ziti in a regular baking dish, and then of course our shrimp boil here, and then the croissant, or not the croissants, the turnovers that Callie loves so much.
Oh, they're just so light and fluffy and perfectly browned on the outside. I know, by the way, this is another bit of a wealth of knowledge. First of all, it explains a lot of different features from the dehydrating. It gives you the details. You're not left to your own accord to like figure out what feature does what and how to do it. It's really laid out beautifully, not to mention the recipes in here
are great.
Oh, there was
really
I saw something creamy, something Alfredo. Oh my, gnocchi.
It's really good. I know.
My goodness.
Gnocchi's amazing.
I hate saying this, but if you want the blue, it's so close to selling out. I had no idea until we got into this presentation that this one, less than 300 available for the whole rest of today. So that's pretty much last call. Based on how many people we reach live in the morning on every single day, now there's 290 left. So again, this could very well be gone in our morning show today. We have the red, we do have the black, we do have the stainless. All the racks and trays down there on the lower level of this, this table are included. And I think it's really a good visual to say a 13-inch pizza is gonna fit inside of this bad boy. So it's not too tiny. Alice, she quite blatantly admitted, she's like, I love mine. I just, from the very beginning, wished it was a little bit bigger.
And we did that for you. This is 10% bigger than the other one. We made it a little bit taller, a little bit wider, but it still fits underneath your cabinets. And so you can flip it up underneath your cabinets at 15.5 inches, but we gave you that extra space in the height and the width so you can do a little bit more and do those baked goods that puff up as well. So I really love mine. I know you'll love yours too.
What feature do you use most, would you say?
I use bake and air fry the most. Yeah. Like I'll even use air fry when I'm baking something. Like air fried salmon is the best because it just caramelizes the outside and makes it really perfect. Yeah. So I use air fry and bake the most. I also love that smart probe for doing my meat. So whenever I'm doing chicken or pork, I always use that smart probe because it takes the guesswork out of it for me. And all
the information as we're talking about is included in the little booklet. But these are 8 of the functions minus the smart cook.
And of course, I know a lot of people are like, is that a cell phone on top? Nope, that is something extra that you're getting. That is the smart probe. It attaches, it's magnetic, so you can stick it in your refrigerator. You can also just stick it right on top of the Ninja Foodi. And so you have that smart probe technology anytime you want it when you're cooking your meats to make sure they're done to perfection.
So anything that you have already that you use to put in your oven, whether it's for baking or for braising or for searing or simmering, all the things that you put into your oven, you can put into this.
Yes.
So whether it's a nonstick cookie pan or a fry pan, if it's 13 inches or smaller, it'll fit in there. So it's pretty amazing. And thank you so much for your orders. We are slammed right now with orders that are coming through. I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for my son.
I am too.
I'm really excited about this one.
I'm excited for this calzone. That's exactly what I'm gonna eat as soon as the show over. I mean, listen to that crust. It's wonderful, crispy and delicious. It's just like restaurant quality style food, except you're able to do it at home easier and in less time. That 60-second preheat is gonna get things on the table faster and quicker on those busy weeknights. Plus, you're not having to wait for your oven to preheat. You're gonna be eating by the time your oven is still preheating.
Please
Plus,
don't
you're getting
laugh.
that smart probe. I love that you love the calzone. It's
so good.
Carb-free day whenever there's a TS. There's no carbs here.
No,
it's carb-free day.
I don't see any. So.
The carbs don't count. That's what I meant to say. The carbs don't count.
What I do love, as much as whether it's carbs or not, one thing I know we all try to minimize is the fat that we ingest, because it's bad for us. And you can cook so much healthier here.
You don't can air fry. Exactly.
75%, I think, is what you can reduce in the calories
Yep.
and the intake of the things that, unless you love them for flavor, you don't have to add them now, because nothing's gonna stick. This is a little dream machine, and I'm so glad. If you want the blue, like 250 left for the rest of the day. So this is gonna be gone very, very early on. The red, the black, and the silver, all available for you. Item for you, it's one item number. It's the star of the day. It's 814480. I hate this, but my mouth is still watering. So I'm gonna have more.
I'm gonna have some calzone and some pastries too as we get ready for our next show.
Exactly, which is at noon coming up in our morning show with Alice and myself. But I wanted to also let you know, if you go to hsn.com, there's a big special right now in vitamins. I just did a lot of ordering of vitamins. There's healthy hair, skin, and nails as an example. All of our vitamins from Andrew Lessman have